The beautiful Puget Sound just to our west. You get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Right there, 54, right there.
Wilson. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And they work this well outfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Off the play fake, Love. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. And incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Love, they go play action now. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Play action this time with Love. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Throwing. Love. Forced out to his left. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, Carson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 2. Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Here's Wilson to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Not much there, only a yard. Second and 9 now from the 21. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To throw again on second down. Love. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Here's Love. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Patterson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw now, here's Love. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arm saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Wilson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Following the interception, Love. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
On play action, Love to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Love now. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Broncos 24, Seahawks nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Carson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First down, going to the air with Love. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Play fake. Here's Love. Steps away to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Love looking to throw it. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Again, it's Love. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Love. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now it's Lockett. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Here's Wilson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Wilson on first down. He completes it to Beckham. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. Wilson. It's caught by OBJ. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
Carson.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Gerald Everett. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Being chased out left. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Denver. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Love from the gun. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Buying time to his left. This is the tight end Fant. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A second pin has fallen, and he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake, Love. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This is caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant, 30 yards. And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get it. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Wilson's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Zach Ertz. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it.
And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Come on again. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action this time with Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Love's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught, Beckham, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Bulldozes past him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Love, they go play action now. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. On third down, Patterson. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Trying to improvise.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jordan Brooks with it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his target, Beckham. And they work this out past the 25. On 1st down, Wilson. Zach Ertz has it complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He completes it to Beckham. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Alton Robinson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Love from his end zone on third down. Over the middle, complete to Judy. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense.